So this is my silly sister. So as you can see, she's beautiful. She's 28.
Isabel and Carmen Solis show me pictures of their younger sister, Maria.
So she's always so playful with her girls, and she's making, as you can see, faces.
Always doing little selfies with their girls and doing silly faces and, sending it to the family.
Their parents, a U.S. citizen and a legal permanent resident, brought Maria to the U.S. from Mexico when she was just a year old. Now Maria has 3 children of her own. She supports them by working at a deli. Isabel says that earlier this month, Maria was walking to work from her home in Oceanside when she was detained by immigration officials.
She had the opportunity just to make that phone call, to call my mom and said, I'm being detained. Can you please watch the girls?
While Isabel and Carmen are U.S. citizens, Maria is not. That's because when she was a teenager, she briefly went to live in Mexico with some relatives. In 2007, she was caught trying to cross back into the U.S. illegally, which put a red flag on her immigration record.
Now Maria is at this detention center in Otay, Mesa. Maria's sisters are concerned about her welfare because she's not the average detainee.
When my sister is pregnant, we found out through the situation. They hadn't even informed the family that she's a few weeks pregnant. And the treatment that she's receiving in the facility, it's concerning. Due to the high levels of stress, she is having premature labor cramping, and the facility seems to not have a medical provider on site every day.
Since KPBS began investigating Maria's case, her sisters say Maria has received an extra mattress in her cell and has had her mandatory blood work done. But Carmen says it took weeks for that to happen, and they're still worried. Maria told Carmen she's being required to deep clean her room, which involves heavy lifting and exposure to chemicals.
She said that a lot of the women who were there, they had a lot of miscarriages. Like a lot of those women were miscarrying in there. So that was her, she was scared that could happen to her too,
Maria's lawyer, Leah Chavarria, is asking Homeland Security to let Maria fight her case outside of detention. Chavarria says Maria qualifies for a U visa, an immigration status for victims of crimes. Maria says she suffered domestic abuse in the past, and her application for that status is pending.
She deserves to be released and live her life in the United States while she fights her immigration case. She's not a threat to the community, and in fact, the community strongly supports her. She has thousands of signatures on a petition.
Chavarria says immigration officials have the authority to release Maria on bond or an order of supervision.
We're paying valuable tax dollars to have her be detained. It's thousands of dollars that we're spending on her care in the detention center right now when she could be in the United States receiving care through her own means.
Maria's sisters say they hope she'll get a chance to fight deportation from home, where she can be with her children. For now, the family is taking turns caring for the girls.
How do you explain to a 6-year-old or a 2-year-old that it's not that your mommy doesn't want to be with you, it's that she's being forced to stay somewhere else? How do you explain that to them? It's hard for them to comprehend that. Where's mommy? She's not coming. And every time someone knocks at that door, it's thinking, oh, I thought it was my mommy, but it's you.
Jean Guerrero, KPBS News.